Right when I got to the very last cutscene that marked the end of the chapter, my computer just totally shut off out of nowhere. I think it overheated because I'd been doing so much recording that day. So this one video is being recorded about 4 days later than all of the other videos, even for the rest of the chapters. So I had to start over the game from the beginning again to get to this point, and I tried very carefully to do it exactly as I had done it the first time, so hopefully nothing would be mismatched for this video. So let's go ahead and get started then and finish off this chapter. So we just got the magic statuette from Archduke Fifi-Legipiep, and what's neat is that you can take the comb and put it on the statuette and get a little tidbit as to what's happening to Rosella and to kind of get a hint of um, how their storylines kind of overlap. So I'll let you watch that for a quick second.
Please, statue, tell me where my daughter is.
Rosella is in Water Tower in the dark land of Ooga Booga.
Rosella? Oh, my baby.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back here and attempt to get this back to him, but we're gonna be interrupted, and you'll see why. And yes, in case you're wondering, this really is like green cheese.
Blast! I can't reach it.
So that's kind of our next task, is to figure out how to reach it. But first we're going to talk to Chicken Little here and see what she has to say.
Salad lamb. I'm sure you can buy more green cheese somewhere in town.
Green cheese?
This is funny.
Green cheese? Ah! That was not green cheese. That was the moon. The sky is falling. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, that crazy Chicken Little. Alright, let's take this from the Mockingbird's nest. He was kind of mean to us earlier, so I think he deserves if we take his money, right? It's actually a wooden nickel. Let's go ahead and see what this sign says. See what the salesman's excuse is for not being there.
Taking advantage of suckers. Back soon.
It says taking advantage of suckers, be back soon, if you didn't hear that. Okay, so if we remember, the Archduke said to take the faux shop with a grain of salt. He said that clear back in the first video at the end of it when we first met him. So that's kind of your hint to have Valanice eat this grain of salt.
Ugh, that is salty.
And now we can actually enter. And there you go.
Oh, hello, madam. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay, so we're going to talk to him.
Good day, sir. I am Valanice of Daventry.
Good day, madam. I am Ursax Defoe, the owner of this fine establishment. May I show you something in particular?
No, thank you. Pardon me for asking, Ersatz, but am I wrong in saying that everything in your shop is, well, how can I put this?
Fake or synthetic? Yes, you're absolutely right. I take pride in offering the widest selection of totally artificial merchandise available anywhere. Why,
used to think that Mock Turtle was a girl when I was a kid. I was shocked when I found out it was a guy.
What charming little books. What are you asking for them?
Ah, I see you are a woman of good taste. The Wit and Wisdom of Fauntleroy has always been a bestseller. The price is one wooden nickel.
Ooh, that's exactly what I have. Let's see if he knows anything about... Oh, no, maybe you can't talk to him about Rosella now. That's interesting, because he can at other times.
Is that chicken made of rubber?
Yes, it is. It is the finest and stretchiest rubber chicken I've ever seen. I'd have to ask something very special in exchange for it.
Hmm. Well, let's get this book first.
I'd like to purchase one of these books with a wooden nickel, please.
Here you are, madam. Enjoy.
Cool. Let's give him this mask since we don't
Would
need
you
it
be
anymore.
interested in this lovely mask?
Since, you know, he doesn't have any.
Would. It's just magnificent. For that, I'll give you the best thing in my store.
Love how that chicken is the best thing in his store. The
Here,
best
take this
thing.
rubber chicken.
Ah, thank you, I suppose.
Now can we talk about Rosella? Nope. Oh, okay. That's alright. Okay, so we're going to have to trek back to the desert now. So that'll be fun. Whoa, excuse me. Okay. So basically just retrace your steps as to how you got to the town of Falderal to get back to the desert because it's not until later in the game that we're able to take another route. And even then this is possibly, I don't want to say it's easier, but I don't know. You can make your decision later, but for right now in this chapter this is the only way we can get there. You ever notice in Sierra games there's always like that one tree that's fallen, so there's like stumps everywhere. Always gotta get that. Do, 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 do. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I have all this music memorized. Because I've played this game so many times. Okay, we're almost there. Alright, back in the desert. I can get my mouse over here. So we're gonna go back to the Rare Curiosities Desert Rat. Sure, we're gonna be interrupted by this guy, as usual. Oh, good, maybe not. I always try to walk far enough away from him that I'm just barely far away enough that he doesn't stop me. I didn't think it would be that time.
You won't believe what you will see.
Okay, so let's give him this book.
Aha! You offer me a book. finest shepherd's crook.
Now that sounds like a good trade.
Of course it does. Alright. You guessed it. Now I get to trek all the way back. Oh no. Oh no. I'm too close. Oh no. Dang it. I know it's not a huge deal, but it just gets so annoying so quickly, especially when you play this game over and over. And they don't let you click through it like you can most things, like dialogue. Sorry, this is kind of boring. I don't really have much to say in this time. Although I guess I could tell you a little bit more about how I got started into this game. I think I kind of mentioned it offhand in another video. But my dad used to play this game all the time when I was a kid. I think it came out in '94. And so I was pretty young when he would play these games, and um, he would let me sit on his lap and watch him, and I always loved this game. And unfortunately, he passed away when I was 7 in '99, so as I said, I was very young when I would watch him, probably about 3 to 6 years old, and it's just one of those games that's always stuck around with me throughout the years. This one and Quest for Glory 4 was another one. So just really great games from Sierra that I was fortunate enough to have as a part of my childhood.
Well,
I'd love to hear I would love to hear other stories about how people got into these games, because I'm always interested to hear that. It's kind of like everybody has a different story, but we all love the games in the same way. Just think it's kind of neat. Okay, so now that we're back here, go ahead and come on back over to this fountain. And this is going to be the end of the chapter, so hopefully my computer won't crash this time. So take the shepherd's crook and stick it on the moon, quote unquote. And she'll go ahead and pull on out, and you can just watch now.
I saw what you just did. You just stole the moon. Moonbeam. Human. You are under arrest for all of the reasons my lord the Archduke Yip Yap stated. Plus the heinous and disgusting crime of having no fur or feathers to cover your bald face. Let's lock her up till we can figure out what to do with her. Be there.
Uh-oh. Well, in case you understand what was going on there, you were basically arrested for stealing the moon and for having a bald face. I just think that's hysterical that that's such an ongoing problem with them. They're like, oh, you're so pink. You have such a bald face. What's wrong with you? So, okay, excellent. That is the end of the chapter then. Hopefully that's all I have to record. Like I said, I recorded that entire game in one day, so all the rest of the videos for the rest of the chapters have already been done. I just need to upload them. And this is the one video recorded on another day because my computer crashed on me. So those should be up very, very soon. So thank you for watching and sticking with me. I hope this was helpful and enjoyable, and I will see you next time. Thanks.